Hey, what is up everyone? In this video, I want to talk about a really cool feature in Sea of Thieves and why it needs an update. Back in Season 5, we got the ability to bury treasure, which is such a great feature. On top of that, we got the ability to post these treasure maps for others to be able to find. I use both of these features all the time. It's especially handy when you're doing something like a skeleton fort tuck and you need to bury the loot since your ship is nowhere nearby. However, there are issues with these features and it's holding them back from being more widely used by players. So let's look at what the burying mechanic does and doesn't do. You can bury almost anything, with the exception to certain things like the Skull of Siren Song. You can even bury gunpowder kegs, which when dug up will ignite. Once you bury something, it will create a map which is kept on your ship. You can actually steal other players' map bundles either by sneaking onto their ship or by sinking them. This can be a lot of fun and gives a little bit more caution when deciding to bury something. Once you have these maps, you can either go back and retrieve the treasure, or you can post it to the quest board. This is where the issues start to arise. The quest board is pretty cool. You can post your maps or acquire someone else's, but why would you want to do this instead of turning in the treasure yourself? There could be many reasons why you would bury the treasure instead of selling it, but if you were to use the quest board, the only thing you get in return is renown. Now this isn't a terrible idea, it actually helps a lot when progressing the season pass. However, I don't think it's a good enough reward for posting on the quest board because it doesn't incentivize players to bury anything of real value. You will rarely, if ever, see someone bury a chest of legends or another high value treasure. Most of the time it's something very low value that players didn't want to bother taking back to their ship. If you made the reward renown and partial reputation, then players would be more willing to bury valuable treasure because they are still getting the reputation for it. Going back to the quest board, from the perspective of a player trying to retrieve treasure, there is basically no incentive to do a quest board map as opposed to a regular voyage because the reward is usually worthless. In order to fix this and re-engage players into doing it, it requires two things to be fixed. First is what we already talked about, which is adding reputation as a reward for posting a map, but then on the quest board, players should be able to see which maps have low, medium, or high value treasure. They can make the high value treasure maps islands that are farther away and the lower value maps closer islands. This would hopefully help balance it so people aren't always just going for the high value treasure and hopefully kind of regulate that a little bit. This would also hopefully help get players more likely to try these player created maps because it would provide more of a guarantee of the value of the reward for your work. I really think the burying and quest board mechanics are some of the coolest things added to Sea of Thieves, and with a few tweaks could become exponentially better. Let me know what your thoughts on all of this in the comments below, and also let me know if you've tried one of these quest board maps and what was the best treasure you found doing it. That's all I have for this video. If you enjoyed, it'd be great if you hit like and subscribe, but until next time, thanks for watching and I'll see y'all later. Bye y'all.